Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to PyroFalkon's Streaming Sundays. This is Streaming Sunday number 6, May 25th, 2014, and you are watching me play Prison Architect, which, for some reason, I've been calling Prison Tycoon all flipping week. At the moment, TheAkamura is unmiked. Part of the reason we're having a late start, as usual, is because we were dealing with food and such, and I'm having to do a little bit of work here before I do anything. Deliveries. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm very exact when I play this game, for better or worse. Alright. So, thanks for joining us, everybody. This game is an indie game available on Steam where you basically are running a prison, and that is all. You have to deal with setting it up, making it look pretty, making sure the criminals have things to do, and to make sure there aren't riots in the streets, as it were, or any other problems. And the game is still in early access. They're up to Alpha 20. And the price reflects that. It's not as expensive as it will be eventually, which is cool. You can get it for a steal if you're interested in getting the game. So, the first thing I'm trying to do... I've already forgotten where I set that path, so I'm going to have to wait for my... Oh, one of the most charming things about this game is the adorable art style. I'm going to zoom in super close on this dude. All of the art is like this. They have no feet. They only have hands when they're actually doing something. It's just absolutely adorable. You cannot be too mad at your prisoners when they look like that. Alright, so we have a special guest in the audience, in the studio, so to speak. It's my living room. I don't know why I'm trying to be fancy. But anyway, I have someone here who has not joined me yet. We will mic her up eventually. Right now, both TheAkamura and she are eating, so I figured I wouldn't force the issue and I would just get started now. Alright, so TheAkamura is reading her comments, by the way, even though she is unmiked, and I'm not really paying attention to them, so be good. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, I'm very exacting when it comes to games like this. Sometimes to a fault. Like, I care way too much about exactly how everything is laid out. And one of the coolest aspects of this game, when you design your building, is that you have this planning mode. Everything I'm doing here is just artwork that is not actually going anywhere. And the purpose of it is to, well, plan, to make sure you basically know what you're doing, so you can decide what to do. And I'm starting with a shit ton of money, which you might be able to see up here, 219,000. Normally when you start the game, you only start off with 30,000. But I sold one of my prisons, which allows me to start my next prison with a lot more cash. So that is what we are doing. This way I'm not hung up, and this way, once I get started in earnest, I can start speeding things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we'll put the door there. Boom. Okay, so over here in reports, what I bought were a couple grants. Ordinarily, when you're playing the game, this is the main way that you get early money. It's really the only way you get early money. So I bought the grant for a basic detention center and an administration center, so we are going to take care of both of those first. But the first thing we have to do before we do anything is build our building. And since I have this giant amount of money, I'm going to go ahead and flag the entire little section that I've made. Also, since we have money, you can set what kind of prisoners you have: normal, low, or high-risk prisoners. High-risk prisoners give you more money per hour. But low-risk prisoners behave themselves better and are less likely to cause riots or stab each other. But since we have so much, I'm going to stick with a low-risk prisoners for now, because my goal for this prison, one thing I haven't been able to do, is to actually make the prison a for-profit prison by having a workshop and getting the nice, cheap prison labor, which will be awesome. But I haven't been able to set it up well because I tend to run out of money before I get there. So we will get there, and then once we start getting some money rolling in, we'll switch to higher, greater risk prisoners for a bigger challenge. And I'll probably spend a lot of this game in triple time since nobody wants to sit here forever. And in fact, I usually always buy or hire 2 more workmen. And we'll make it 4 more workmen. Shit'll get done a lot faster. Alright. Let's see. TC says he's thinking of calling American here because he'd love this. Go for it. We need more views. Let's see. And otherwise, you guys are just essentially chatting amongst yourselves. Zug says that the game has changed a lot since she last saw it. I bought this game when it was still... Oh, crap. I forgot the door. Forgot the door. But yeah, I bought this game when it was in Alpha 12, and it didn't hold my attention for very long because there wasn't a whole lot to do. But every Alpha has made it that much better, and it's one of those things that sometimes when you do these early access games, you don't see very much progress from update to update, at least not enough to really hook you. I sort of had that problem with Starbound, that I've been enjoying. Like, Starbound was okay, but it wasn't interesting enough for me to hold on between every update. And even when Minecraft did it, it felt like the game really only changed about every other update, except they're huge, big-ass updates. Anyway, my point is, with Prison Tycoon, every update has felt fairly significant, and I do... Oh, damn it, I screwed something up. And I do seriously appreciate the developers who have made this. It's a fun game. And I need to expand this by 2 meters. Because I forgot to give them an entrance. Alright, so... And I've already screwed up something minor here because I forgot to build a utility area. Now, one of the things that changed, if you haven't seen this game in a while, is the game now generates lakes sometimes, which is this big-ass thing in the middle of everything, which is seriously dicking with my plans, but that, to me, is actually good. I mean, that's the point. I want the challenge. I want this to dick with my plans. And it really has thrown me off that this lake is right in the middle of the road. That's why I had to move the 2 delivery and garbage zones off the bat, because they're just not good. They're not in my... They're too... The lake is too in my way. There we go. Words. Alright, so I also need to plan my utility area. So we're going to do planning. We're going to go to objects. And so this will be the electric capacitor, or the electric generator. And then this will be the... That will be the capacitors, and then this will be the water pump. And then we will need a wall that goes around the whole thing. So, like so. And like so. And we'll delete that. And we can put the staff door there. Okay, so... Actually, no. We'll put the staff door here, because we'll connect it to the main building. Okay, so now... I really love this planning thing. Do you guys realize how much more awesome SimCity would be if they had this kind of planning tool? It would make things a lot simpler to deal with. It really would. There are still some bugs when it comes to getting the walls set up. Hopefully they squash those by the time the game ends for real, or is released for real, I should say. But, you know, so far the game's pretty stable. I haven't had any game-breaking bugs. I haven't had any crashes to desktop or anything like that. I've just had some weird bugs. Like, I had one bug where we had a prisoner who was stuck. Like, he was supposed to be released, and for whatever reason he was stuck in the, he was stuck in the animation. So he was just stuck in the holding cell and stayed there for years and years and years and years and years. Which must have sucked. But whatever. Alright, I need to... I actually got a little overambitious when I built all those walls. Need to... Where's remove walls? There we go. Click. 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 And if you guys have any suggestions while I play, as always, this is your Let's Play too. Please let me know. I always enjoy playing to others' strategies. Now, unlike some of the games I've played for Streaming Sundays, I actually know what I'm doing with Prison Tycoon. Just the exact thing I'm trying to do here, I have never done before. So this is a little new to me. But for the most part, I do know what I'm doing, so I probably won't have those really dumb mistakes I've made in my other streams. Where is the office? There it is. So these are going to be my offices. And the way the game works is, you know, you can design your walls and your foundations however you want. And the way the game knows what's going on is you flag the rooms for their purposes. So all 6 of these are going to be offices. And we flag them as such. What was that? You're done eating? Okay, so do you want the microphone on or what? Are you sure? TheAkamura is refusing to be microphone today. I'm sure that won't cause any comments in the... You realize that the whole reason I gave the both of you that microphone was so it picks up both of you? Like, that was the entire purpose of me switching the microphones? Oh my god. Working with a bunch of amateurs. Okay, I am turning on your microphone. So, joining me in the studio today is, she was known as Mama Falcon last week, but it is my mom.
Hi, everyone.
So she's checking out this game. She's a non-gamer, but she respects the business, the industry, whatever you want to call it. And she's had to deal with me being a gamer for nigh on 25 years at this point. So, wait, bad math. About 20 years.
No,
21 years.
25.
25, though, puts me as 6. I wasn't a gamer back then.
Yeah, you were.
Was I?
Yes, you were.
There we go.
That, you got your first video game, which was a Nintendo Game Boy.
There's an echo from the mic, apparently.
You got your
It's
first.
probably picking up your speakers, actually. That's amazing.
You got your first game, which was a Nintendo Game Boy, when we were going on vacation to Hershey, Pennsylvania,
Right.
and you were 6 years old.
Is she being picked up?
I can't tell because I'm afraid to turn them.
If she's not being picked up, guys, let me know. And if she's quiet, let me know. Actually, I can do it this way, Mom. Start talking about anything. Talk about sheep. I don't care.
I grew up on a farm where we raised sheep. My parents had sheep.
Okay, you're a little quiet. I need you to turn... Let me kill your mic so this doesn't echo. I need you to just turn the microphone on the... Yeah, just turn it and point it a little higher. There you go. That's all you needed to do.
Zug says Mama Falcon is being picked up.
Okay. So, you are... Oh, there's the echo.
That's the best news I've heard in years. Anyway, I grew up
There's
on
an image I didn't need. Okay, no sheep stories. We're good. We're good. We're good.
But I want to talk about the bullies.
Oh, God.
They were adorable. My parents raised sheep for almost 50 years. So, but the sheep are long gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Alright, so I've hired my warden who picks up an office. Why did he pick this office? I specifically dropped him into this office. Ah, damn it, and I forgot to buy the office objects. Chair. Oops. Chair. So, starting off, we're going to have a really horrible prison, but so it goes. Normally I work a bit more slowly than this, but again, this is for the stream, and more to the point, I'm starting off with a crap ton of money, so we are... Are you alright there, Akamura?
Hello says, must have driven you barmy. I can't do sheep noise.
Barmy.
Oh, God, it's going to be one of those episodes.
And the sheep puns commence.
Lay 'em on me, kids.
Wow, that took no time. Okay, so let's see. We're going to make this my holding cell. This will be the room where the prisoners initially come to be held, if I can find it. kind of wish they would just alphabetize those rooms. And so every room has its own requirements. So here, just mousing over the little exclamation mark, we can see that we have the minimum size and the fact that it's enclosed and indoors, but we have no toilet and we have no bench. So we need to take care of that little problem.
I think you need to have a room with chocolate. It needs
This is
to
a
be the
prison,
chocolate.
Mom.
And your point would be?
Prisoners don't deserve chocolate.
Happy prisoners are happy prisoners. So if you feed them chocolate, maybe they'll mellow out.
This is going to be one of those episodes.
Yes, it is. And I did not get any chocolate. You did not remind me to get chocolate tonight.
Was I supposed to remind you to get chocolate?
Well, usually you don't have to. But yes, you were supposed to. You just didn't know it because I forgot to tell you.
Kayla was asking for some of your cheesecake.
Nice.
Well, I need to make some cheesecake.
You do. We're putting the phone booth right next to the toilet. I'm sure everyone will be happy
I
with that.
have pictures of my cheesecake, if that helps any.
You have pictures of the cheesecakes?
I do.
Why do you
because-
have pictures of the cheesecake?
I'm glad you
Instagram.
asked. A few years ago, my sister's father-in-law, who loves my cheesecake, told me that if I ever wanted to come into his house, the cover charge was cheesecake. So I started making cheesecakes because they always invited my mom and me to come over for family gatherings because they said it was easy to set 2 more places. So I would bring my cheesecakes. And, excuse me, so the one year, John and I were going to go elsewhere for Thanksgiving, and Bill, my sister's father-in-law, said, "Oh, no cheesecake." So I made cheesecakes for this other gathering and took pictures and sent them to him so he could have his cheesecakes, sort of virtual cheesecakes.
That's dickish. What year was
He
this?
laughed. It was when you and I went to Kelly's family.
What year was this? My point is, like,
It's been a while,
I
but I
wondered
still
if
have the pictures.
you could, like, you were basically kind of, I wouldn't say photobombing, but you were basically doing a tweet or a picture message just to be a jerk before such a thing existed. You were a trendsetter.
I'm a pioneer in the electronics/internet field.
Ugh,
Hail me.
no. Okay.
I'm a trendsetter.
Ugh.
I was doing things before they were popular.
I have seriously screwed
Oh
this
my
up.
god, your mom is a hipster.
My mom is a hipster. Oh god.
I
I'm never gonna
am
live this
too
down.
awesome for words.
Well, words that can be spoken in a family-friendly environment anyway.
Like you're used to family friendly? I don't think so.
Oh, hell no.
Nintendo fan asks, have you made cheesecake with blueberries? If so, how was it?
My cheesecake is such that you can put any toppings on it within reason. So the blueberries would be on the topping as part of the garnishment. They would not be inside. And the reason I do that is because some people either can't eat or don't like certain toppings. So I make my cheesecake and I put Cool Whip on it, and then people can garnish it as they wish with strawberries, raspberries, bananas, peaches, apples, blueberries, etc. I personally would not recommend hot sauce, but hey,
Is this really happening on my channel right now?
it is.
Oh,
It
God.
is. So anyway, no, I have
Need a
not
can
tried blueberries because, frankly, I am just now learning to appreciate that food. Strawberries, fresh cut strawberries. The really great big ones where you slice and dice them and just kind of lay them out. That seems to be popular. But surprisingly, most people just like it with the cream cheese because they said that it doesn't detract from the actual flavor of the cheesecake, which is very creamy and very rich. And someone asked me how many calories were in it, and I said, I have no idea, but as you eat it, you won't care.
There was, that, I think I talked about this on the show before, but there was an episode of the Bobby Flay Challenge or Throwdown with Bobby Flay or whatever the hell it was called.
I'd like to throw him down the chute. Anyway.
That was not where I thought you were going with that, and I'm so glad you didn't go the
You don't
direction
like
I
Bobby
thought you
Flay?
were going.
No.
What the hell is wrong with you? Bobby Flay is a national treasure and must be protected.
The man needs to learn common courtesy and not be a jerk. His mother did not do well.
Are you talking about Gordon Ramsay?
No, I'm talking about Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay's not a jerk, is he?
No.
The few times I've seen him,
Really?
he gets.
Gordon Ramsay's the asshole. I didn't
Well,
think.
yeah, he is too.
Huh. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about?
We were talking cheesecake.
So Flay did this. He had a challenge or a show where he would challenge another chef at their specialty dish and try to one up them, and he once challenged a woman who specialized in macaroni and cheese, which is my comfort food.
Oh yeah.
So I was very, very intrigued by that particular challenge. And so what her recipe was just a standard like macaroni and cheese that had 7 different cheeses, everything made from scratch.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. I want to find this woman and partake of the cheesecake. Or of the macaroni and cheese. So, but then when he did it, he made it with like only 2 or 3 cheeses, but he put in a bunch of extra herbs and stuff. I'm sorry, herbs. He put in herbs.
Get out!
There we go.
Considering it's his apartment.
Anyway, that will not stop her from telling me to get out of it. Trust me. Poor Kalo has learned the hard way. Especially, Kalo has learned that you don't schedule a forte of herbish needles.
That's it!
And it is forte.
No,
I
it's
know,
not, it's fort!
I
forte.
had
It's
this
forte.
discussion
In music,
with her.
It's forte.
No,
In
no.
music, it's forte.
Yes,
There
but
you
when
go.
you're using the word defined as it is my specialty,
It is my forte.
yeah.
It is fort!
In American, it is forte, but in British, it's fort.
You mean I've been
Surprising,
speaking
Rachel
British English all this time? Damn,
No.
I'm good.
No, you haven't been. Is the point?
Yes, I have.
What?
No, you haven't. It's
Yeah.
fort in British.
In British English,
Fort.
it's fort. In American English, it's forte.
There is a reason why we decided to split from them, and I think that's one
Because
of them.
we speak the language better.
Because they don't know how to
Oh!
speak it.
Oh shit! What the hell? Oh boy, that was good. All right, hooray! Technical problems. Hopefully that didn't dick with the stream.
Well, while we are waiting for that to come back,
Wow.
forte is not British?
No, it's fort. In British
Really?
English, it's fort. Yeah.
Well, I took Latin in high school, so it's forte.
Do I still have... Okay, looks like we're back up and running. Huh. Present... You know, didn't I just earlier say I've never had a crash to desktop, and here we go.
I
That's
don't
amazing.
remember if you did or not.
I did. Earlier I said I've never had a crash to desktop in this game. Well, damn. That sucks ass. Alright.
So maybe I will make cheesecake for my birthday, which is in 2 weeks.
Only if you're sharing some. I want some cheesecake.
We could have virtual cheesecake for everybody.
What the hell was I... Oh, man. That completely screwed up all my planning.
I can...
Virtual cheesecake doesn't have a taste and it's gone in a few bites.
No, virtual cheesecake will last forever. No refrigeration necessary. I could even photograph the
Sagamok
steps.
says, I'm sorry, but I was waiting for this to crash.
Thanks, Zogs. Love you too. Anyway.
I could even take pictures of the process of making cheesecakes. I could do that.
Did I ever... Oh, crap. Did I lose the utilities? Aw, balls.
So what did Bobby Flay do with macaroni and cheese, and did he actually do better than her?
No,
cheese?
he got voted to hell. I mean, no one liked it. But, well, I mean, I shouldn't say no one liked it. That's an exaggeration. But, you know,
they preferred the other.
Yeah, because hers was simple. Like, they even commented that his was overdone.
Cheese.
Yeah, huh?
And cheese. I mean, how many people don't like cheese? 7 cheese.
Yeah, that's true. But my point is that, like,
Halo's waiting for the show to derail.
Oh, I'm sure it has. I think we've long passed that point.
The show was never even on rails to begin with.
Ever.
It was a boxcar sitting out in the middle of a desert.
It never.
For no reason.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Boxcar Willie, what can I say?
Alright, so... What? I forget how I had this set up. Oh.
You had 3 that way, and then 1
Did I?
long.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that looks about right.
You're welcome.
Alright, so... Anyway, I really like that show. It was one of the few cooking shows I actually did enjoy, because normally I really don't care about cooking shows.
Who is the guy that does Dinner Impossible?
All I remember is he's married to Gail Kim, which means he's one of the luckiest bastards on the face of the planet. But I don't remember his name.
Zugs asks, can you choose how frequently it autosaves?
Maybe? I don't think so, though. Ah, yep, sure I can. 10 minutes. Room checker box? Cool, I didn't realize I could get rid of that. Whoa. Sweet!
TC says
It's been a while since I've dicked with those. Robert Irvine, there we go. Thank you, TC. But yeah, Kelly would watch all those cooking shows all the time. I just had to throw out a joke that would have been in very poor taste. But anyway, she used to watch those shows all the time. I never really got into them. I much prefer eating food than cooking it. Plus, I suck at cooking it, so whatever. Alright. Walls. Did you watch any of those cooking shows, though, Mom? Like, were you a fan?
When?
Just in general? Were you ever a fan of cooking shows? Are you a fan of cooking shows?
Not really. I've been watching a lot of sports. The NBA tournaments are on, or the NBA playoffs are on. Not playoffs.
I almost asked you what you thought about the Donald Sterling thing, but I'm going to not broadcast that. Actually, but that does bring me to an interesting topic. So I'm not going to bring down the broadcast very far, but I am going to say that there have been several tragedies in the United States as of late, and I've never wanted to be one to shy away from those kinds of topics. And I've mentioned before in different streams and different shows that no topic is off limits. A lot of people avoid politics and religion, and I do not. Because at least my fans, all of you guys, are very respectful and intelligent, so you don't have to take every disagreement as a personal attack. That said, when it comes to these live streams, I actually try to avoid talking about anything super serious. What do you need, Mom?
I'm sorry. I just asked if I could turn the light on.
No, you can broadcast that. I don't care.
No, you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt. It was minor.
That's the other thing we do around here. We do production notes, casual racism, and we talk over each other all the time.
Casual racism, lovely.
Yes. So anyway, so there are serious topics that I wanted to discuss, but I will never do any of those super serious topics on the stream unless the comments for some reason head in that direction. But this is going to be the stupidest thing I've probably ever said on this broadcast. But if you guys ever want to discuss serious stuff with me and pick my brain about, like, actual serious things that aren't games, feel free to let me know. Just, send me a text message or, well, not text message, but a message on, like, Steam or, Steam or Skype or something like that. And, I would not even be adverse to making a video where I basically vlog about this kind of stuff. But for the live streams, I try to avoid that nonsense. Like TheAkamura and I have been discussing, for example, the shooting that just went down in California, that kind of thing.
What was that?
What? There was some asshole who did a mass shooting in California yesterday.
Oh,
or
I
the
didn't
day
hear
before.
about it.
Yeah, I watched CNN because I don't know, crazy. What was that dinging? I always forget what that means. Oh, that means we researched a new technology. So now we know finance. So we're hiring an accountant.
Go us!
So this checklist on the left side. Weird. The checklist on this left side here tells you what all you need to worry about. So we've actually finished one of the grants, apparently. I didn't think we did, though. Yeah, we did. The administration center, we finished that. So we still have the basic detention center that we're working on. And as I said at the top of the broadcast, I'm trying to do the prison work stuff. And let's see, is it here? Profitability requires prisoner. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one we want. We want the grant that's prison manufacturing facility. To get that, we have to do prisoner acclimation and engagement, which is this one. To do that one, we need prison maintenance. To do that one, we need basic detention center. So that's what we are working on at the moment, the basic detention center. And I'm also going to do a short-term investment, which is kind of pointless since I have so much money. All right, so in order to do our basic detention center, we have our holding cell, but we also need a shower, a yard, a kitchen, canteen, 2 guards, and 2 chefs.
And the chocolate machine.
Working on at the moment, and we're going to go in triple speed to hurry these little bastards up. And I should dig into my tacos, but I'm not going to at the moment. Okay. So, you realize that you can join me for one of these games sometime, right, Mom? I mean, so far I've been doing a lot of streams where I'm the only one playing, and I do want to get some more multiplayer stuff going on between TheAkamura and I, or you and I. There is, in fact, a game that I'm not sure if you would be... I'm not going to say the title, but I wound up buying it at buybacks quite a while ago. And, oh my god, I am not prepared for prisoners. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. We're going to go ahead and we're going to deal with prisoners anyway. They're only going to be here in 1 hour, and I am not prepared to deal with them. So anyway, I have a game that you'd be interested in playing probably. I've actually been super crazy excited about it. The game is so ridiculous that as soon as I saw it in buybacks, the first thing in my mind was that I was going to just LP it because, you know, I play it for the channel because of how not me the game is. Anyway, it's a multiplayer party game, so we should play it sometime.
Is it like the Mario Galaxy game that we played?
No, it's similar to Mario Party. It's going to be a collection of mini games. Oh. I mean, it's going to be competitive, and I'm obviously going to win since I'm awesome at games. But you know, it is what it is. Please don't crash. Thank you. Oh, good. We got an autosave. So, my little construction workers are doing what they can, although there is still a huge section of piping that they have missed, which has... as I say, they finish it. Excellent. And my toilets are still... Oh, my toilets are running. Oh god, I've screwed this all up. Okay, so prisoners are arriving, and I just realized I haven't hired any cops yet.
Do you have bars?
I have bars on... Wait, what? What, like for the doors?
Yes.
Yeah, I
doors,
have...
windows, cages.
Yeah.
Cells,
well, I don't have individual cells. I only have a holding cell, which is my problem. Like, I'm screwing this up heavily. Like, I'm building stuff in the wrong order. This is basically how not to play Prison Tycoon efficiently.
You called it Prison Tycoon again.
Damn it! Why have I been doing that? Why have I... Ah, God. Alright, marble tiles in the kitchen. And fancy tiles in the canteen.
But where's the chocolate vending machine?
There is, unfortunately, no chocolate vending machine.
You're going to have a prison riot on your hands.
Yeah.
And I will lead.
I kind of believe that, actually. Alright. Table. Table. Chair. 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 How was Taco Bell? Since I haven't dug into mine
That was
yet.
very good.
That's good.
I mean, how is Taco Bell anyway? I mean,
It's
good.
almost food.
It's almost food. Olay.
So, assuming Taco Bell is listening to this, if you guys sponsor us, I will pimp Taco Bell in every one of my broadcasts with that tagline. Taco Bell, it's almost food.
I don't think we're gonna get an endorsement deal.
Damn
I
it.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Alright, so... Oh, here's another cool thing about this game. So I flagged this room, right? And now I flagged it as the canteen. So now if I go into my objects list as I zoom in, there's these heavy white outlines around the objects that are required for this room. And it's just one of those little design things that's just brilliant. So like, then if I go over here to the kitchen, now it's staff door, sink, bin, and fridge, which are listed on here.
So you can't put a toilet in the kitchen?
You can, but the object is not required for that room. It's just a very smart design decision. I know you were kidding, but I'm answering that question seriously.
Was I?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, speaking of toilets, I have a customer story for everybody.
Oh god, I'm scared.
So I went to the bathroom the other day, which is always a good way to
always a
start
good
off.
opening line.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a man, you probably know that there are some unwritten rules when it comes to urinals. Like, for example, one of the rules is you try not to take a stall next to someone if possible. You try to keep that buffer. Sometimes it's not possible, but whatever. You try to keep that buffer. And then the other rule is you keep your goddamn eyes forward. And the third rule is that you don't talk to each other. I had a customer who was retarded, and I mean that literally. Like, he was mentally... There was something going on with him. I think he was mentally retarded. But he broke all three of those rules. And I sort of knew I was in for something because he was sitting on the benches by the bathroom, and I don't know why. He was just sitting there. And I went into the bathroom, and he, like, immediately got up and followed me, like, 3 inches away from my back. And I take my position at one of the urinals. And there's 3 urinals in this bathroom, and I take one on the end. He takes the one in the center. And as he's there, he goes, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, I sort of glanced at him, but that was, I didn't say anything to him. So I tried to pee, but I have a shy bladder, so I can't always pee if there's someone around me. But so I'm standing there trying to pee, and like he keeps looking over the divider that's between the 2 urinals, and finally my bladder decides to release, and as I'm peeing, like as soon as the sound happens, he looks over the divider at my dick and my urine stream. And he says nothing. He's just staring at my pee and then occasionally looking me in the eyes, which I see out of my peripheral vision. And then he just keeps looking right back at my urine stream. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And the worst part about this kind of thing is, since I'm an associate, I work at Walmart, I'm not allowed to say anything back to him or to even act upset. I have to take it. And it's not really like, I'm not going to sit here and say it was something awful like he was raping me or something horrifying. It wasn't illegal. It was just rude as hell. But one of the things we're taught as an associate is that there is nothing that, unless a customer is blatantly doing something illegal, you're not allowed to stop them. And even if you do stop them, you can still face punishment for it. Like
Halo
there
sucks.
have been stories about associates who, like a cashier, got into an argument with a customer. The customer threw batteries into her face, like struck her. She slapped the customer back, and she was fired for putting her hands on a customer, even though it was arguably in self-defense. So Walmart kind of sucks is the moral of that story. But okay, what Akamura Kalo says?
Halo
What
says I would have just farted.
Kalo says I would have just.
Wondering if it's gonna get censored.
Oh no, that story is going on the mainstream. That story is definitely going on the mainstream. But anyway, so these are the kind of customers I have to deal with at Walmart. Now, I could make the point that yes, this is a very rare customer. Why do I not have any prisoners here? I wonder if something glitched. It says I have 8 prisoners. Oh, there they are. There they are. They're just hanging out in the canteen for some reason. Oh yeah, we don't have any chefs. Oh god, I am gonna have a riot on
Zug
my
says
hand.
pun intended or no.
What pun? Apparently not, because I didn't even catch that I made a pun. So anyway, it was an unpleasant and unsettling experience to downplay that as much as I possibly can. It's weird, man. You don't want someone watching you pee. What the fuck? And I mean, I suppose if he's truly like slow, there's only so much anger I can have for it or discomfort, but you gotta cut that shit out. And if he was slow, I wonder where I wonder who he was with, because he didn't seem to be with anyone. He just followed me in the bathroom and started watching me. Can you at least bleep whenever you say dick? Dick, dick, dick. No, I'm not bleeping that. God, TC. Have you been around my channel and seen the mature rating on the front of it? Trust me, I get raunchier than that. Hi, Mom!
Hello, dear.
So,
I'm so glad I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
yeah. Well, I've heard that on average women's bathrooms are dirtier than men's bathrooms.
I'm thinking of more of the privacy factor.
Well, yeah, but, well, yeah, I guess that's an either or.
I don't know if they're cleaner or not because I've never been in a men's bathroom before.
I've been in a men's room, and honestly, there is no difference.
I think it depends on who keeps it clean and the people who use it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, there are some men that are cleaner than some women, so it's hard to say.
That's probably true.
Zug says I can imagine her face palming just nonstop.
I do remember years ago before they built the new Walmart where John works, I was sitting on the bench outside the restroom area. I think I was waiting for John. And they called the maintenance guy or the janitor or whatever he was. And I heard someone say something about the men's room. And this gentleman, who was an older man, he went in and he came out, and I don't know why he talked to me. I was just sitting there minding my own business, but he looked at me and said, "You would not believe what's in there."
I don't want to know.
And I thought to myself, do I really want to know this? And apparently he felt I did, because he told me that someone had taken SHIT and rubbed it all over a bunch of walls. And he had to clean it. And I got to tell you folks, that man did not get paid enough to clean up after the morons who did that.
There are some interesting messages that go across the radios at Walmart, like, for the disgusting ones, something about... I heard once maintenance to the front women's restroom, and then I didn't hear the reply, but then I heard, yeah, it's like they weren't even aiming for the toilet. I'm like, oh god, I don't want to go in there. And,
Well, like I said, it depends on the users.
yeah.
I mean,
Zug says, my mom told me that managers can be fired for not keeping the bathrooms clean in, like, restaurants and stuff. Yeah. Now, some of that is not just... I think most of it is actually it's not like a law or anything, but it is really indicative of the way that you're running this place. There are stories of wait, what? Oh, damn it. There are stories, including one of Walmart, where a big manager, comes to the store and sees the bathrooms are destroyed, and she wound up firing every single manager in that building because she was so upset. It was actually one of the Waltons themselves. It was Sam's wife, I think. Sam's wife came into a Walmart and the bathrooms were just awful, so she just fired everybody. It was amazing.
We have 11 viewers due to talking about shitty bathrooms.
No, I know. It seems the worst crap we talk, whether it's your period cramps or talking about literally retarded customers looking at my urine stream. That's what draws viewers to my channel. And we just lost 2 viewers.
So
well, it happened.
Sorry. He said, "Can we talk about something fun or at least game related?" And then you said that. I'm so fucking sorry. I tried.
So, I'm trying to think of some fun. Oh yeah, like speaking of terrible things to hear over the radio.
Oh God.
No, like yesterday, as I was walking by a manager who had her radio like blasting, we just hear, "Yeah, I have an associate with a bleeding head wound. What do I do?" And we're like,
Stop
what
the
do
bleeding.
you think oh my God. Yeah, not some of my coworkers are not geniuses either. But,
Hopefully the person was okay.
See,
I
I
don't
only
know.
worked there for like 5 months, and I know you call a code white and you get like someone in there.
right, and you get them cleaned up so they stop bleeding all over the place. It's pretty easy, but a lot of people don't want to, take that kind of effort. This has been a great stream. I'm proud of it.
So, my parents raised sheep for almost 50 years.
There you go. Someone was who was it? Kayla? Oh yeah, Kayla was asking to talk about something fun. Yeah, do some sheep stories.
Okay.
Back to grandma talk.
Sheep story. Sheep stories. My parents raised purebred Hampshire sheep, and my dad had grown up on a farm years ago where they had draft horses, and he always loved animals, loved the draft horses and all. So he came up with the idea of training sheep to pull a wagon, and he designed the wagon, he designed the harnesses for the sheep and everything, and he trained the sheep kind of like they trained the draft horses. And he ended up with an 8-sheep hitch where he actually drove the sheep. They weren't led. He actually drove them like you would drive horses, and they pulled a wagon. And he did that for 25 years. And there are all sorts of stories I could tell you, if anyone would be interested.
Zug says,
I responded to that, but I just fell asleep. All right, go ahead.
Zug says, "Do any of the hosts have any happy work-related stories?" And she said that before the sheep story. So she says that works. I have one nice work-related story from when I worked at Walmart. Like, I was working 3rd shift, and it was absolutely dead. And this guy comes in, he comes to the register with some flowers and a card. And I'm like, "What are these for?" Thinking I'm gonna like riff off of him, like, "You must be in trouble." And he's like, "Oh, my wife had a bad day, so I'm just bringing her some flowers." I'm like, "Aw."
Aw, that is
That's
very
sweet.
nice.
The man needs to be cloned. Unless he was the reason she had a bad day, then he needed to be butt kicked.
All joking aside, most of my customers are awesome. Or at least they do nothing. Like, they're there to shop and then go away, which sounds jerkish, but that's actually the kind of customer we like. The ones that just, they're done.
They're there to do business, and
Right.
they...
Motherfucker!
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I have never had this kind of problem with Prison Architect before. That's really interesting. It seems to have something to do with that, with that area that's down at the bottom of the prison. Man, thank goodness for autosave. I hope we didn't lose too much room, time, whatever.
Well, last week, if we want happy work stories, last week I told everyone that my boss was going to take a bunch of us to see Godzilla, and we did go on Tuesday night. There were 11 of us, including him, and we had a really good time. And I wonder how many people have seen the new Godzilla and what you thought of it. I thought it was okay, but Godzilla wasn't the main character, which just felt kind of wrong. So I wanted to know what everyone else thinks about it, if you've seen it.
I've never been a huge Godzilla fan. Oh crap, I don't have the road to do it.
Zugs thinks it might be a memory leak.
A what?
A memory leak, it means
Oh.
that's actually a smart idea. It means that there's
A
basically I
glitch.
don't have enough RAM essentially, which is possible since I haven't tried to stream this game before.
Zugs says she's going to see Godzilla with a couple of her friends. Oh. I hope she has fun.
The lead Japanese character is played by Ken Watanabe.
Oh, I like that guy. He's awesome.
Yes, well, he plays this really idiot role in Godzilla. All he does is stand around and look concerned, and he talks slowly, and he looks like he's in shock. And I have seen Ken Watanabe, and he is a very good actor, and I think he was wasted.
That stings.
Yeah. But there were some things that I thought could have been done differently. But after watching Godzilla, I went on Netflix and I found out they have 6 different Godzillas, including the original one with Raymond Burr.
That isn't
So
surprising.
yesterday I watched 5 of them.
Holy crap!
I had
You
a Godzilla
binged on-
marathon.
Zug says that she loves Godzilla movies with a capital love, so
Oh yeah,
you need to get Zugs over and just marathon a Godzilla day or something.
it was
Oh
wonderful.
God, the Mexi Melt is eating the wrapper.
It was wonderful.
I'm trying to think if I do have any good stories from Walmart lately. I've been pissed off for reasons I'm not going to get into. But I haven't had fun at Walmart. Usually I try to have fun. Like my favorite day ever of Walmart was we had a display, an inflatable shooting range, which yes is a thing. And I was tasked to man it. And we only had one customer the whole time. So in
That
other
was
words,
a fun time.
I got paid to stand there and shoot BB guns at targets for 3 hours. Could not have had a better day.
I remember that because you called me over and I biked over and we both shot things.
Were you there? Oh, Mom was there. I don't remember you
You only
being
had
there.
one customer the whole day? Really?
At the
Wow.
shooting range, yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the building. But
Right, I know.
I was there.
I was there because I was shooting at it.
Yeah,
It was
I remember
fun.
you were there. Was that... I wonder how long ago that was. That's been a while.
2 years?
That sound was a riot, by the way.
No chocolate. I told you.
I know.
You need to get a chocolate vending machine.
I think you imprisoned Zion and Kayla because that's the only way a riot would start.
Well, actually, I've denied out all the prisoners' food so far, so I'm
Oh,
pretty
well.
sure that's it. Because I haven't...
Starving them out.
I am.
Well, if
Because
they get hungry enough, they won't have the energy to riot.
I screwed up, so yeah, that's what happened. This is probably too many shower heads.
Mr. Nintendo fan says he works as a volunteer at a hospital and it is hard.
Where did that come from? Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about work.
Oh. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't have the guts to work in a hospital.
I can't stand hypodermic needles. Like, y'all know that. I can't stand hypodermic needles. Like, the little friggin' biohazard bag sends me into convulsions. I cannot work in a hospital.
It depends what you do. I worked in a hospital, but I worked
When
in
did you work in a hospital?
the year before you were born.
Oh, Cameron?
I worked in the business office. I worked part-time for a while because there was a lady who she wasn't on vacation. I think she had to go out and take care of her son or somebody. Anyway, she was going to be gone for 6 weeks, so they let me work there part-time for 6 weeks, and then a full-time job opened up. So I worked in the business office helping with admissions and so on. And the office at the time was right by the emergency room waiting room. And it was kind of tough because when they would come out from the emergency room and they would tell people, you know, your loved one is going to be fine, you get yay! But then you also get it when they would tell people, I'm sorry, your loved one didn't make it. And that was tough.
God, that'd be awful.
Especially when you know the people who are hearing the bad news, and I did. So, yeah, it's not easy.
It seems the theme of today's episode is depressing bullshit. And I am sorry for that. And yet I'm laughing.
Well, I could tell the stories about what happened when you were born.
Oh God, no, please. No. Nobody wants to hear that.
Does anyone want to hear about when John was born?
Nobody wants to hear about it.
I can tell you, not in nasty details or anything.
Nobody wants to hear about
I
anything.
can just tell you about...
Nobody wants to hear it.
I can tell you about how we had special showings of him.
Showings?
Yes.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yes. John's dad worked at the hospital, and after John was born, a bunch of the workers wanted to see him, so they would come at break time to the nursery area.
If everyone wants to hear it, John, you're screwed.
Damn it!
And they would bring him to the window so everyone could see him. And so they had showings.
Why?
Because people wanted to see you.
Why me?
Because they liked your dad and they thought I was wonderful. Which I am, of course. But anyway, yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, they had showings of my child. And we had all sorts of presents, and people wanted to hold him, and they all thought he was adorable, which he was.
Don't know what the hell happened to me.
Oh, you're probably a really cute baby.
I have pictures.
Oh, God, please don't show Rachel the baby pictures.
I have pictures of John in the
Do you
sink.
have them with you?
No, but I can easily lay my hands on them.
I want to see them.
I could tell them about the picture that's equivalent to bear baby on a bear skin. I could put that on the internet.
Okay, to spare Pyro's pride, does anyone want to hear about the fiasco that was my birth?
Yes, we all want to hear about something that is not related to me.
But I'm not done yet.
Oh, God, why?
So the day my child was born, I was supposed to be working on an order for diplomas at the college where I work. And I had worked on it the night before, and I was feeling really tired. And I thought, I'll finish it in the morning. Take about 15 minutes. Well, by the next morning, I was in labor. So we'll fast forward. And I have this beautiful baby boy. And we start up the stairs. I'm holding him. And they've got all my stuff piled on the bed and all. And it was just during shift change. So every time we came to a clump of people, we had to stop so they could look at him and see him. And everyone oohed and awed. And he just laid there and looked around like, yes, I know I'm wonderful.
Well, yeah, I mean, that much is true.
So, fast forward, I had one of those baby carriers where the baby's on the front, which was perfect because no one was touching my child without my permission as long as I was alive. And we would go into stores and people would see all this black curly hair. And the sales girls would come over and say, oh, can I see your baby? And I'd pull down the side and John would look up with these big, beautiful golden brown eyes and all the women would just melt. They thought he was marvelous.
Oh, you were a panty melter before you could even speak.
It's too bad I couldn't continue to be a panty melter once it actually mattered.
You melt my panties.
Okay, that... I was hoping to avoid that kind of
Note that
statement on the
was Rachel
stream.
saying that.
Oh,
So, anyway.
Jesus,
Oh,
why?
did you have the incest reference? Okay.
No, what I'm saying
The
is,
stream has
Subject change.
derailed.
Subject change.
all I'm saying
No.
is,
No.
all
You
I'm-
used up all your lives. Your character's in purgatory.
all I'm saying
Ah!
is, my child was adorable.
Okay.
I just wanted it known that I'm so not going there.
Okay. So, before
This broadcast has become the bane of my existence.
Okay, so like when I was born, before I was born, the doctor tried to convince my mom to induce the birth so my mom could give birth and then he could go on vacation. But my mom told him no, because she's one of those natural birth people. Like, the baby comes when it comes.
Sound judgment.
So, 2 weeks later, the doctor is miffed at my mom because I'm still not born.
I'm sure your mom wasn't real thrilled either.
She didn't care. I was, like, immobile in the womb. Like, they did, like, a sonogram, I think, and the doctor, like, tried to get me to move. But, like, nothing was happening, so he, like, stuck a thing on my mom's stomach, and he turned it on, and I, like, shifted to the other side. Like...
You were
So-
contrary even then.
The contractions start happening. My mom heads off to the hospital. She's waiting in the room, like, I'm not coming yet, even though she's at, like, 5 minutes between every contraction. So the nurses go off to do something else. 2 hours later, they come back. Like, they realize, oh shit, we have a woman giving birth here. So they're bringing her from the one room to the hospital room where I'm supposed to be born, and they screwed up and I was born in the hallway. Full natural birth, which means my mom felt everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the doctor is, like, holding his hands in front of my mom's vag to catch me. It's a bit of a disturbing thing I just said.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But, like, there's that initial spray before the baby comes out, and he got hit full in the face with that.
Gross. That is a horror show. You can't do anything without causing a mass destruction, can you?
Nope.
I'm proud of you. Oh,
Should
God.
I tell you about my first word?
Yes,
My first word was damn it. Because it was at 2 months old I said it. My parents can't get anything done without fighting. like full on screeching at each other, sleep on opposite sides of the bed, looking away from each other in the night fights.
Lovely.
So like
And they've been married how long?
25 years,
Hmm.
I think. They make it work. But anyway, so they're fighting, they're swearing at each other. It is escalating. I'm like watching them. And then something crashed.
Yeah, we had another crash. I still don't know what's going on exactly.
So like I'm sitting there, I'm mimicking their noises, and like they hit a lull, and then they just hear out of me, "Damn it!"
That's adorable.
And they stop. They look at each other. They look at me, and then they just laugh. So I've been breaking up my parents' fights since I was a baby.
That's amazing. All right.
Well, the problem is I'm not sitting up straight. I'm kind of leaning back.
Yeah, the chair, that's the chair that's mostly busted, so it might break under you and throw you,
Thank you.
across the room. Just so you know.
Thank you.
Well, that's why I'm not sitting on it.
Isn't he a keeper?
I've kept him around long enough.
Only by choice.
I have kept him around.
Or only by need, not by choice.
No, I have kept you around by choice.
Have you?
I have.
My parents kept me around for welfare bonuses, so.
Nope. I have kept John around for choice. By choice. I choose to keep him in my life.
That's a little embarrassing.
Why? Would you rather I say I wanted to dump you on the garbage heap?
No, but it would probably make more sense.
Dear,
What?
hush.
You're not my brother, so stop it. My
Yeah, let's not
brother,
go down that road.
He deserves to be thrown on a garbage heap. In pieces. On
Okay.
fire. Hate him.
You would do that to the garbage heap?
That is a good point. Maybe we should jettison him into space. Wait, I don't want to do that to space.
Did you two just high-five each other?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Wow. Okay.
See, there's a reason why you wanted your mother as guest commentator on your show. Not the least of which is because I can tell stories about you that the viewers will be able to see you blush even over the waves.
Well, if you want to tell a horrifying story, go for it, because I'm about to go get some soda.
I don't know that I want to,
I appreciate that.
but I could
Yeah.
if the listeners want to hear it. I could tell stories.
1, 2, 3.
I could tell adorable stories.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Mr. Nintendo fan suggested a black hole, and I replied, I don't want to do that to the dimension on the other side of it.
All right, I'm going to run off for soda. I'm going to be quiet for just a second.
Does your brother have no redeeming qualities?
Not a one.
Not a one?
Nope.
Does he kick puppies?
He doesn't, but I think only because they're not around.
Well, we'll start with that. He does not kick puppies.
Ugh. You cannot redeem them in my eyes.
Yeah, she.
Well, I've never had to live with him, so I can't say.
Yeah.
There are
can't
some
say.
deep-seated problems there that we will not talk about publicly.
Ever.
That's a shame. But he is a non-issue because you don't have to live with him anymore. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I've
That's a good
actually.
point.
I've been trying to advise Rachel about that because. Oh, damn it. Before we started living together, there would be times, like, one of the first things that Rachel ever said when she first came here, the first day she came here, I don't even know if you remember this, although you probably do. She actually terrified me because one of the first things she said was, I'm going to start using this apartment as my safe space. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And But, you know, as things went on, I found out why she needed a safe space. And, but I kept advising her and telling her, you know, the best thing about becoming an adult is once you move out and you can get away from all that crap, then you really are, you know, basically in charge of your own destiny in that sense. Like, for as bad as these people are, once you are out of that apartment and you are a legal adult and don't have to deal with them anymore, you don't have to deal with them anymore, which is great.
Where is this brother of yours? Is he around here?
I think he lives over in Riverside.
Well, he's far enough away.
Yeah.
Does he know where you are?
I hope not, and I hope it stays that way, but I don't trust my mom.
Even if he does, it doesn't matter because, I mean, it's not like he'll ever be over here.
I have a contingency plan if he shows up on the doorstep, and that's call the cops and then shoot him.
I don't own a pistol anymore, so you're
I
gonna
will
have to.
craft one.
That reminds me, I have to do
He does.
Craft the World for the channel one of these days.
Pete does.
Pete does. Pete would be
Pete would be a good one to call.
her brother is such a dick that I'm sure Pete would be willing to help out and blow a few bullets on the dude. This has been depressing hour. My God, I'm kind of sorry about that.
But it's Memorial Day weekend.
It is Memorial Day weekend. The store was super crazy busy because of just how flipping insane everybody was. Everyone was there buying burgers and buying buns and buying bikes. Buns, burgers, and bikes as they prepared for a nice weekend.
I saw all sorts of people with sunburn. Ha!
Well, mostly because this was the first good weekend Ohio has had in freaking forever, so
It was a beautiful day.
it really was.
And
And
I
I'm
Most of it.
I'm actually kind of surprised you found the corn dogs.
and I'm inside here playing video games instead of, you know, enjoying it. Anyway, why are you surprised I found the corn dogs? Oh, because you figured that everyone would have bought corn dogs?
Yeah.
I
it is
see.
Memorial
They
Day.
probably stock extra.
Could be.
Yeah, but corn dogs I don't think are a common food. I mean, people grill burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that there.
That makes
Pharaoh
sense.
has a
I'm going to do a
story.
quick save here before.
And see, if everybody was here, I'd make cheesecake. Go
Oh,
ahead.
God. Stop
Caleb.
teasing. Make some cheesecake already.
Get in the kitchen and make us a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do it. Do it now.
I didn't get chocolate, so no cheesecake.
We
Damn
have
it.
chocolate in the pantry. It's in chip form, but you can have it.
What?
What?
We have chocolate chips.
Oh.
No, that's not real chocolate.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Sure we can.
That's a... That is a good point, though.
What? Beggars can be choosers. Damn straight.
Kayla says, my brother, about 3 years old or something, when he was out with my mom and grandma, for some reason blurted out, big fat sausages, big fat sausages, big fat grandma. His mom to
Wow.
this day laughs when she passes the spot and has no explanation why he did it. Just imagine that in a, like, high-pitched Cockney accent. Oh, God.
I remember my first swear word, believe it or not, or at least I think it's my first swear word. My mom and I used to have this game where we would, if I remember the context, you would say a word and I would try to think of something that rhymes with it. And
That was one.
your word was duck, and I didn't know any words immediately. Do you remember the story?
Uh-huh.
And because I was like, what, 5? And I started going through the alphabet, and I'm like, yuck, buck, cock, yuck, fuck? And you flipped out. It was hilarious. Especially in retrospect, it's even more hilarious.
But I did not punish you. All
No.
I said was, don't ever let me hear you say that again.
We have someone
And then
new.
I grew up, and now you regret everything.
Hey, once you became an adult, all bets were off.
Sweet. That's why I have
We
a
have someone new in the chat.
maturity warning in the thing.
Pure Irage.
Hi, Pure Irage. Glad you are joining me for the stream of Prison Architect, which I've been constantly calling Prison Tycoon for some inexplicable reason. But so it goes.
Maybe they'll change the name.
I doubt it. No, Honestly, the reason I keep calling it Prison Architect is because there is a game called Prison...
This is the best, like, ever.
The reason I keep calling it Prison Tycoon is because there is a game called Prison Tycoon. And it's shitty, but whatever.
Pure eye rage, he says. Okay.
Pure Eye Rage. Oh, makes sense. Cool. That's actually a cute name. I like that. Or not cute. You know what I'm saying.
Kayla just said meat bun.
Yeah, I'll explain that for Mom. Apparently, there are some PlayStation 4 games. Oh! God, how could I forget to announce that? Okay. There are some PlayStation 4 games that you can, when you play them, the fans on Twitch can actually interact with you. And we were playing Dynasty Warriors, and because our fans love us and our trolls, there was one point where we're in this middle of a problem, and I'm like, okay, guys, start saying meat bun so we can get healed. And all we see in the chat is enemy reinforcements, enemy reinforcements, enemy reinforcements. And it was not good for the Akamura.
Y'all are dicks.
Y'all are dicks.
Y'all are dicks.
And we love you. Anyway, oh yeah, my big announcement. I'm getting Watch Dogs, probably, well, definitely Tuesday. So we are going to have a special, zoom out so they stop making so much flipping noise in the yard.
Kayla, no!
So, on Tuesday night, I will be doing a special stream, and probably all of Wednesday as well. It will be a long-ass stream. It will probably be on Tuesday from 8 p.m. to maybe 2 in the morning in Eastern Time. And then on Wednesday, I'll be streaming basically all day.
Zuckawug says, just for the record, I had no involvement with the Dynasty Warriors fiasco.
That's fine, but you have plenty of time to hurt us in the next time we play it, because we will play it again. I promise you that. But yeah, we're going to have a special all-day stream of Watch Dogs on Wednesday. TheAkamura will not be joining me for about half of it since she has college, but...
I got school.
But, you know, it's going to be fun. I can't wait for the game. Although, I'll say this, when I first got on my stream tonight to do this stream, Twitch gave me a pop-up message reminding me that I won't be able to stream. Like it said that streaming Watch Dogs will be subject to the RMDCA, if I'm getting the word right. Basically, the it's probably the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, the whatever that's initialed. Anyway, because Watch Dogs is going to have music, just like Grand Theft Auto and stuff, so we can't broadcast the music. So I'm curious exactly what that's going to do. But, you know, we'll see. Pure Eye Rage even helps out by giving me, okay, it says, broadcasts of this game are subject to the DMCA guidelines, yes. So, essentially what's going to be going on, I assume, is I'm going to be playing the game without the in-game radio, which I don't think anyone's going to give a crap about. But I will be streaming the hell out of it, and I'm very excited.
Stuff for Dynasty Warriors.
Is he?
Yes.
That's fine. So I can't wait. Watch Dogs is actually the reason I even bought a PlayStation 4. Oh, that looks good. That works out. So, oh god, I'm gonna save again since I'm having my memory leak or whatever, so I don't lose all my planning now. Alright, so if you guys want to join me for that, that'd be awesome, but again, it's gonna be an all-day and an all-night thing, so I don't, you know, I'm certainly not expecting you guys to. But it might be fun, because several of you have actually asked me for more all-day streams. Do you like the all-day streams? So, you know, we're going to try to do more of that. And I still am curious about, or considering doing a second attempt of the Zelda 000 challenge, because even though I succeeded the first time, I have absolutely no footage of the event other than one blurry picture.
Mr. Nintendo fan asks, how are PS4s?
I mean, they're really pretty.
It's basically a PS3 with shiny new hardware.
And limited functionality. Like, the thing that really threw me when I put in my PS4, the PS4 does not have a media player, and it does not have the ability to add pictures, change your background, put on movies, or put music on your console, which I think is stupid. I mean, Sony had mentioned that the reason they cut a lot of those features from the menu was because people were confused about the menu, which I think is a cop-out, because if you're concerned about your menu being too cluttered, unclutter your menu. Don't unclutter the number of features that are on it. And it really bothers me that I can't just put like a USB flash drive in there and copy some music over. That's dumb. But those kinds of things can be patched into the future. I don't know if they will, but overall, I'm happy with it. The controller feels good. The touchpad is ridiculously responsive in a good way. And all the games I've played for it are beautiful. I played Assassin's Creed 4, and holy crap. I mean, you know, I haven't seen graphics that gorgeous in any game before. But again, I also have a mid-range PC too, so... you know, if you're a gamer, it's worth it eventually, but you also probably shouldn't really kill yourself to afford it. I don't know. It's basically, I guess, TLDR. It's good, but it's not a game changer. You know, it's not gonna convert a non-gamer into a gamer or anything like that. You all right there, Mom? Yawning?
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling out here in
Just relaxing and resting a bit.
I reminded Zugawags that Elite Beat Agents is a thing that exists.
Elite Beat Agents? That does sound familiar. Oh, Kalo asks, is Watch Dogs PS3, PS4 crossplay compatible? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I do know Watch Dogs is coming out on basically every system imaginable, including the Wii U, and that is intriguing because of the things they can do. And because of the nature of Watch Dogs, that's one reason why I'm wanting to do a stream of it, because I have a feeling that you guys are going to be able to interact like crazy. I mean, the entire game is about hacking and doing all this technological mumbo-jumbo, and, you know, it's like it's the perfect game for doing, what do they call it, an enhanced something or other, enhanced play something? When Twitch users interact? I don't freaking know. But anyway... Point is, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Can't wait for the game. We actually had plans that I would do a midnight release of it. Like, I would get the midnight release of it and then stream all day Tuesday, but then Walmart booked me to work Tuesday, which agitated me. Yeah, they never... That's the thing. Walmart has cut... No, they adjusted my hours this week. I still have 32 hours like I usually do, but it's over 5 days rather than 4, which pisses me off. But whatever. It is what it is, and I'm trying to get out, as we all.
Zogowags is talking more about Elite Beat Agents. She played the heck out of it, and she still sees it in the DS section of her local Walmart. I never played it, but I did know a guy who did play the hell out of it, and he would, like, show me, and as he, like, did the thing, it looked like an adorable game, and I kind of want to play it.
So what is it exactly?
Elite Beat Agents. Basically, you're secret agents that are, like, helping people with various things. Like, one of the things you can do is you help a little girl help her busy mom with something, I think. It's just really cute stuff. But the way they, like, help is they'll dance and hit balloons and stuff.
Okay, that sounds very adorable. Oh, and Zug says, speaking of Walmart, I still need to look into their video game trade-in thing. Yes, I wanted to tell, I can actually speak to that, even though I think technically at this point I'm working off the clock. I should charge them. Anyway.
You should.
In general, Walmart's prices are not as good as GameStop's. However, Walmart's advantage is that if you trade in a game with Walmart, you get a gift card back. So even though you get less money per game, you can turn that money into other things like food. You know, because with GameStop, if you trade in a game, and you get cash back, you get penalized for it. So you only get the maximum amount of money if you do in-store credit. With Walmart, that's technically the same thing, but since their in-store credit covers basically every single item you need, then, you know, you have a lot more wiggle room with them. So, I think it's dumb, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I get why Walmart's doing it. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, or if you guys have even been in a GameStop lately, but GameStop has already countered Walmart. Like, as soon as Walmart announced that, GameStop started offering more in-store credit for games, especially if you put them toward another game. So like, for example, with Watch Dogs, I paid off Watch Dogs just by trading in a whole bunch of my PS or my DS games and a Wii U game. Also, Akamura, I forgot to tell you,
Yeah.
I traded in so many games and had so much in-store credit that I wound up having too much, so I put $5 down on the new Smash Brothers. So we'll have that to do, because I'm sure the audience will like to see that. Although I'm also sure Nintendo will block it, because Nintendo is Nintendo, but whatever.
Oh, Nintendo, you're like the emotionally abusive boyfriend that we still love.
God. But yeah, so that'll be fun.
Zugawugs continued. I don't know if you... Yeah,
I did not. What did Zug say?
Can you do internationals, and what systems are accepted?
I don't know about internationals. For the systems, I believe it's just the modern systems. Like, I think it's 360 forward, possibly DS as well. I don't think PS2 games are accepted, but for that you would want to go to the website. Sorry, I thought I had more information. But I do know that one reason Walmart's starting now is in October, I believe, they're going to start selling used games themselves, which will be kind of cool. And I think the current plan is Walmart's plan is they're going to undercut GameStop when they sell the games back to you, because with Walmart, since they're already such a powerful company, they don't have to worry about like with GameStop, all of the profit that they get has to go to paying their employees and keeping up the buildings and whatever. With Walmart, they have enough money that they don't necessarily have to take all of the money they make from used video games and put it back into used video games. In fact, for them, honestly, they might even be able to take a loss or at least almost break even on used game sales, and they'll be fine because they have billions and billions of dollars. And I apparently have a fight breaking out somewhere in my thing. And I crash. Beautiful.
Yay!
That's what,
Why
number
is TC
4,
asking
number 5?
me if I can come on Skype?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many crashes that is. Anyway, TC likes you, so I'm sure... Because someone even sent you a friend request on Steam. I forget who it was. Oh, it was Nuked Piggy. Nuked Piggy sent you a friend request.
Huh.
But...
I'll have to accept that. I don't use Steam very much.
Aw, are you flipping serious? Wait, wait, okay. For a minute I thought all my cell block was gone.
But TC is asking to come on Skype. I don't think I would risk adding Skype to the thing. Sorry, dude.
To the...
To
The stream.
as well as Prison Tycoon.
Yeah, I'm having enough technical problems as it is right now. I don't know what's going on. This is the
Halo
only
needs
game that's done this
needs
to
to
me.
get your Uplay account in.
It's PyroFalkon, obviously. I am PyroFalkon everywhere, unless I'm PyroFalkon 3294, which is much more rare, but possible. But yeah, on Uplay, it's PyroFalkon. Right now, I don't have too many Uplay games, although I do have, like, the one lately was Child of Light, which I didn't really give a crap about, but, you know. Did I put the... Okay. It's hard to see the bed when it's all blinky like that. And bookshelves.
What's the blue flashing light for?
Those are toilets that I have placed but are not hooked into the water supply.
Ah.
But the little ghosty pipes that you see there are where I've told my workers to build pipes. So they will get there eventually.
Right.
They're just busy. Like, that's why these two toilets are hooked up.
Zug says I'm too much awesome for the bandwidth to handle.
Exactly. There's so much awesomeness going on in the channel, among the fans, with the hosts, that just games and bandwidth cannot handle everything.
TC is asking what's the up/download speed.
Of what? My bandwidth? It's crap. Like, I had actually mentioned before, I'm going to probably switch over my internet service provider sooner than later. I don't know when, but because I still need to look at numbers and I haven't done that yet. But I'm probably going to get Roadrunner because my up speed is ridiculous, bad with AT&T. But it probably, like, I'm not just shitting on AT&T because I think part of the problem here, with my computer, I use a wireless router, so my wireless signal could be the slowdown. And the reason I don't use a wired cable is because the only place I could plug a wired modem into would be 50 feet away from my computer. That's 50 feet. And at that point, you start to lose signal. TC just wanted numbers. Okay, if I remember right, my download speed is usually in the almost 2 range. It's usually 1.8 or 1.9. And my up speed is like 0.7 or 0.8. So, Zug says Roadrunner is not a good service. Probably. I don't think any of the services are really good other than Google Fios, which is not available here. But it's one of those things that I think it's the least problematic with the way my current setup is, because I have my computer and the gaming TV in my living room, and my cable connection is like right behind there. So if I were to switch to Roadrunner and had a cable modem, then it would be just a few feet away, and that'd be awesome. So I don't know yet, though. I'm also afraid to change, but I am also afraid of going broke. So given that I pay AT&T $45 a month for a crap service, I'm really considering changing to Roadrunner so I could hopefully pay less for a slightly less crap service. Hopefully. How's your speeds, Mom? Because you've got Roadrunner.
They're fine, but I don't game.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're fine.
Well, you
for
probably
what I
don't do your numbers, do you? You probably don't do speed tests, do you?
I haven't lately, no.
I'll have to, when you get home, if you have a chance, call me and I'll walk you through how to do a speed test, because I'm curious how that's going to work.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay, just let me know.
Okay. One thing you might be able to do, check with Time Warner, and if you put it in Rachel's name, since she's a student, you might get a cut rate.
Snaky. I'll think about that.
Because I know some places, if you're a full-time student, you can get stuff like that at a cut rate.
I will have to look into that. Come on, guys, hurry up with the cells. I was hoping I could get a prison manufacturing facility running, and I barely have the basics going on right now.
Wouldn't it be better to put the bed away from the door so that the guards can look in the door and see if the person's really there?
The game is not quite that realistic yet, unfortunately.
Okay.
But one thing that is... one mechanic that is in the game is escapes, and if you have a toilet directly against an exterior wall, they will start digging in the toilet to pull an Adam Dufresne to get out of the prison. Damn it! I knew as I was saying it, I screwed something up. I was so close to making a good reference.
What?
Anyway, Andy Dufresne, Shawshank Redemption. He crawled through the sewer of poop
Never
to
saw
get
the movie.
Oh my god, get out!
We'll have to make that a thing. Shawshank Redemption is really good, and it
It was.
features Morgan Freeman's voice that you like so well.
I mean, I know the movie, I've just never watched it.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. We'll make a day out of it.
Yeah.
TC's asking if I can run Skype on my laptop. I don't have Skype installed, and I don't really use Skype much at all.
Oh yeah, I remember TC wanting to get on the stream one of these days. We'll figure something out. I promise. Just I don't know. Right now, Actually, right now it's late. We'll probably have to kill the stream sooner than later. My mom's getting tired. And it's after 10. We've been going about an hour and a half, counting the outage that we had for reasons that I will not get into. Mom.
I'm fine. Remember, dear, what you said while we were climbing the stairs tonight?
What?
That I was a fragile flower.
Oh, God. That's... Yeah, you're a fragile flower that's almost completely wilted.
Dear,
Yes?
I am your mother. Last week, you gave me a tribute and said I was the best mom in the world.
I was drunk. I've since sobered up.
Dear, in the words of the great Bill Cosby, I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
I
I'm
unfortunately
not
believe
using
that.
that.
Really? Rachel? Really? Is that really what you wanted to say right then?
I'm still using that. Don't take it out.
Oh my
Besides
God.
which, I have the look.
More importantly, you have cheesecake, which you did not bring.
I also have grandpa pickles.
I don't like Grandpa. Oh yeah, Kayla was asking about that last week, and I forgot to mention it. Did you ever respond to him? Because
I
basically,
didn't know
Grandpa
those.
pickles are just pickles, but they're like
They're snacking pickles.
because it was your grandfather, right, that
Yes.
invented them. So that's why they're called Grandpa pickles. I don't like them personally.
These pickles are, they're snacking pickles as opposed to the kind that you would put on hamburgers and stuff. And my grandfather had this recipe, and after my grandmother died, he wanted to bring something to family gatherings. So he started bringing pickles. And he would never give anyone the recipe until he got to the point where he wasn't able to make them anymore, and he gave my mother the recipe, making her promise that she would never give it to anyone outside the family. So where he got the recipe, I don't know. So Mom made Grandpa pickles, and they were so popular. I mean, he would come in with 1 to 2 jars, and he never left with any. And Mom would make them, and she would never leave with any. So a few Christmases ago, she decided I should have the recipe. And now I guess I'm the official person in the family to make Grandpa pickles. So, yes, I should probably make a batch of Grandpa pickles.
I can barely boil water without setting my kitchen on fire, so I'm not very good at cooking or anything. I recently asked one of my bosses for some cooking tips, since he's awesome at it. But, you know, I suck. 2, 4, 6, 7. Ugh. 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Screw it, we'll make this wide. Autosave. Thank you.
Okay, so for my cheesecake,
Yes.
the major the initial ingredient is cream cheese. And my question is, do countries outside the U.S. have cream cheese? And the reason
Why wouldn't they?
And the reason I ask is because John's grandmother lives in Bangladesh. And when I first introduced her to cheesecake many years ago, she had no idea what cream cheese was. She couldn't
Really?
figure out why someone would use cheese. And I think she was thinking like
Cheddar and
or
yeah.
sliced whatever. Why anyone would make a dessert out of that kind of cheese. And I had to introduce her to cream cheese. And another thing that she didn't have was condensed milk. So my question is, do other countries have cream cheese?
Huh.
Of course, like I said, that was a very long time ago, so I know
Yeah.
things have changed, but I don't know I don't know what other places would be able to do or not do.
That's interesting. Never really thought about it before.
Well, like we have minute rice, but over in Bangladesh, they don't.
Also,
You do rice from scratch, and I learned how to do that.
it probably depends on a lot of. It probably a lot depends on the culture. Like, I'm sure that the UK and has a lot of the same stuff we do.
Sure.
So does Canada, you know. But the further you get away from that kind of culture, the more different everything would be. Japan, especially, has some of the weirdest or wackiest foods ever.
That's because everything there is poisonous and they have to cut around it.
True, but like, and some of it I really wish they would bring over here, and I think it would go over like gangbusters. Other things less. But apparently in Japan they are absolutely fanatic when it comes to Kit Kats. So they have a lot of Kit Kat flavors that are not here, including like mango flavored and other. Yeah, it sounds gross, but I would love to try it.
Okay, I have to take you down to Jungle Jim's sometime.
I really want to go to the Jungle Gyms. I've heard they have a cheese wall. And they have a hot sauce wall, because I need to experience both of those things.
They have sections that are totally dedicated to foods from particular countries or particular groups. Like they have the Galaxy bars for Great Britain. They have an area of Iranian food. They have an area of Irish food. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Things that it would be very difficult to get elsewhere. And considering that it's in Cincinnati, which is not really considered to be a big city like LA and New York and so on, it's really pretty good. So whenever you want to go to Jungle Jim's, you let me know. And we could also do Dave and Buster's.
Cool.
Kayla says the closest thing they have to cream cheese would be Philadelphia.
Yes, Philadelphia cream cheese. That is
And-
the main ingredient of my cheesecake. And
then
that's all
Kayla
you're
says
going to hear.
dorayaki, takoyaki. I love Japanese food.
Okay.
It's some good shit. I like their barbecue.
Jungle Jim's also has cooking areas where you can take cooking classes and they will teach you how to make some of these different dishes.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's useful for people like me who suck.
Well, like I have never learned how to stir fry. I mean, I can do it, but it doesn't come out like the Chinese restaurants do. And I've heard that stir frying is an excellent way to cook healthy food, and it's nutritious and all. You get the color, you get the crunch, you get the nutrients, but you're not eating raw.
Can I point out real quick, sorry,
Mhm.
now that I have a chief, a guard chief, he tells me the general issue with my prison. That's this meter. Apparently the danger level is high and is increasing because 15 prisoners have serious complaints out of 24.
That's not cool.
Things are about to pop off.
Give them a chocolate machine.
Let's see what their problems are. Oh, I can't pull up their needs because I need a psychologist first. Damn it. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, Jungle Jim's is huge. I used to have, I don't think I do anymore, but I had a map. They pass out maps.
A
to
grocery
where
store that's so large that it needs a map.
Yes.
That's amazing.
TC is talking in Japanese again.
Also,
Let's see what that says when I run it through Google Translate.
okay, so I found a little glitch here because my to-do list is so long. Apparently, I can't click certain things like my walls. I should probably give a bug report about that to the devs. It's very interesting.
So anyway, yes, we need to pick a day and we'll go down to Jungle Jim's, and you can literally spend hours down there just
Oh,
wandering
hey,
around.
I'm down.
It translates to Japanese people are great.
I say.
What a suck up.
Oh, good. I found a workaround. Yeah.
Halo says we have a buffet place here called Wings Cuisine, and it's known as an international cuisine restaurant. They serve Chinese, Japanese, Italian, Spanish, German, British, and others all under one roof.
Cool.
How do they have
Wow.
cheesecake?
I think the closest we have to that, like in the general area, would be the World's Fair that my Aunt Janice works at every year.
World Affair?
I think so.
Yeah. That was what, last weekend? Yeah. That was last weekend.
Last year, she was pitching a fit because they made her wear a dirndl.
A what?
A dirndl.
It's a dirndl. It's a German Swiss skirt.
Oh, is that the stereotypical thing?
Yeah.
That
The guys
okay.
wear the lederhosen and the women wear the dirndls.
It's kind of hot. Kind of hot. I prefer short skirts personally. And in fact, there was a prisoner starting a riot somewhere. Good to know. There's a lot of shanking in this game.
You should talk about the Walmart customer that had a short skirt tonight. You smiled at that.
Oh, there's nothing to talk about. There was a hot chick wearing a short skirt, and then she hiked it up because it apparently wasn't short enough. I was very happy.
You didn't tell me about that.
I did not.
I
I'm
wanna
sorry.
hear that
She
stuff.
just, well, that's the nice thing about the warm weather. The attractive female customers are wearing less clothing. It's not, they're not being obscene about it, unfortunately, but they are wearing shorter skirts. It's wonderful. But yeah, she was wearing the skirt. Like, she was still covered even from the back, so I don't know why she was hiking it up, but she pulled it up a little bit on her shirt, so it became shorter. It was wonderful. She could crush my head with her thighs. And I would probably let her. Hi, Mom. Anyway. Now, if I actually talked about every attractive customer I saw, that would be the only thing I'd talk about during these streams. Okay, Kalo's now talking in Japanese over there?
Translating. I love Google Translate. It's so goofy.
Me too. There was a interview, I think, with
Oh, this is mostly in Kana and Hiragana.
there was a
Fuck you, Kalo!
okay. What exactly was said? Kalo in Japanese said, "Schedule herbs, forte, and needles." That is wonderful.
I like you, Kayla.
Kalo is our new hero. That's just brilliant.
I think you should make Kayla one of the honorary insane madmen.
I probably would if the organization still existed.
It does.
TC posted something really, really weird looking.
Okay. Ah, that is really weird. It's like, it looks like the top half of a bunch of text. I used to say that I would take pictures of that kind of thing and put it in the streams when I do the YouTube cut, but I'm feeling lazy and really don't want to do
Screen
that. You can, but I'm not putting it in the thing because I just don't care enough to edit the video that much. Whoops. Trying to keep my prisons looking, or my cells looking the same. I'm OCD or whatever about that kind of thing. Yeah, Mom, when you're ready to call it, just let me know, because we are...
Good.
I know, I'm just
I can
saying,
sleep. I slept most of today.
we're like going way past how long I normally do these streams. When I originally planned for this, I planned on keeping the streams under 1 hour, and that just didn't fly with the fans. So, lately it's been about an hour and a half for the streams. Usually
Okay.
anything over 2 hours is gonna make YouTube flip out, but I don't really care.
So let's let the fans decide. Does anyone want us to quit, or should we keep going?
Exactly. Well, I always let the fans decide. It's their Let's Play too.
Mm-hmm.
See how I did that there? Uh-oh.
I'm having fun.
I'm glad.
Okay, so there's a new movie coming out called Lucy. And saw the previews during the Godzilla film.
I think I
There
saw.
were like
Ugh.
there were like 20 minutes of previews. It was crazy, ridiculous. Anyway, Lucy is Morgan Freeman and Scarlett Johansson. And I'm not sure how it happens, but Scarlett Johansson begins using her brain to crazy levels. Like they say we use, what, 10% of
Yeah,
our brain?
it's bullshit, but go ahead.
And so she starts using her brain. She's able to use it to intense degrees.
Zug says, if you guys are getting tired, I say end the stream. And Kalo says he really needs to sleep.
Oh yeah, Kayla's from the
See, sent a
UK,
link
so...
and I don't friggin' trust it, but I'm gonna click on it because I'm stupid.
So anyway, Lucy is Scarlett Johansson, and she starts being able to use her brain to incredible proportions.
Yeah.
And one of the lines in the movie is, what happens when she uses 100% of her brain?
Okay.
So one of the ladies on my team at work is named Lucy. So we're trying to talk our boss into having the next, he called it Nerd Fest, where
Ugh.
we go see Lucy. But it sounded interesting. But I think Morgan Freeman's in it.
That reminds me of, there was a movie like that, was it with Jake Gyllenhaal? Where he takes pills and can suddenly access 100% of his brain or whatever bullshit.
I don't know.
Adderall doesn't work like that.
It was an interesting movie, but it wasn't all that entertaining to me. But it did star Lucy Liu wearing a very tiny skirt. Wait, I'm mixing up movies. What was the movie we saw with Kelly, not Kane, but Kelly, whose last name I never found out? That had Lucy. Lucky Slevin, I believe is the title.
Yep, lucky number 11.
Yeah. Oh God, Lucy Liu in a short skirt. Ah, that'd be enough to warm me up during sub-zero temperatures. Anyway.
Okay.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Lucy. So what? But I mean, what is the conflict? Did they hint at the conflict or anything?
Well, she's able to do things, and the bad guys don't want her to.
But I mean, is she like a superhero, like Professor X, or is she?
I'm trying to remember.
cop?
That preview was like in the middle of all the previews, and there were so many. I was starting to just.
They all kind of ran together.
Yeah, but I think there was something going on, and she was going to be able to figure it out. And of course, the bad guys were saying, "Well, what do we do when she uses 100% of her brain?" So the idea is that she would be able to figure out and change and fix, and no one could outsmart her because she was using 100% of her brain.
I see.
But I heard that Angelina Jolie was supposed to be the main character, and she said no, so they got Scarlett Johansson, which
Jolie doesn't do anything for me.
neither one does anything for me, but the concept was interesting, and I would like to see what they do with it.
So I just summoned some paramedics because there was a whole bunch of shanking wounds in the holding cell. Luckily, they have magic hands. All they have to do is touch you, and all of a sudden, all your injuries go away. I believe... Oh, that's not everyone. We have an injured guy over here. 4 are awaiting solitary confinement, and I still do not have any solitary confinement cells built. I need to take care of that. So, Kalo's losing his mind, and I'm getting tired and running out of commentary, so I think I am going to call it. I sort of hoped I had gotten further than this, but I did not, but that's okay. Hopefully you enjoyed the 2 hours you've spent with us, other than one fleeting moment of terror, and, hopefully you guys are getting this game too. Prison Tight. Prison Architect is really fun and awesome, and I need to either get drunk or stop being drunk. I don't.
You need a cue card with the title of the game.
That won't help.
I actually need a cue card of the title of my channel. I've gotten that wrong a few times.
What was that you said about amateurs?
The other.
Oh! Give me skin!
I love you, sweetheart.
In the chat, Halo just said, "Capitalism, ho!"
I have nothing to add to that.
Everything keeps happening so much.
It does. We need to record some episodes of that tonight, too. I'm such an amateur.
I zinged you about that earlier in the chat and you didn't catch it.
Oh, God, I've lost control of the channel.
Like you ever had.
Like I ever had it to begin with.
This is why you asked me. No, this is why I volunteered to come.
It really is.
If the channel is a defunct boxcar in the middle of the desert, you are a 6-year-old sitting in front of it making vroom vroom noises and steering.
That is scarily accurate. But we are going to call it for now because I have other things to do and I want to prepare for my day off tomorrow. So,
and I need to go home.
But thanks for joining me, Mom. You are welcome anytime. I'm sure the fans love you and would like to hear more from you in the future as well.
I enjoyed it too.
So, do you have anything to say there, Akamura? Good contribution.
I got school.
Not tomorrow, though.
So, on that note, I am PyroFalkon. Follow me here on Twitch. You can also follow me on YouTube, also with PyroFalkon. Same with Twitter. I am PyroFalkon everywhere. Follow me. We do these streams every week at 8 p.m. on Sunday nights. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. Different game every week, and next week I already have a couple in mind, and I'm not sure which one I'll pick yet. But enjoy it. Hope you guys stick around for more, and remember at PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, it's your Let's Play too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take professionalism lessons now. Such an amateur.